Do your children shout for everything, even if they are not in a bad mood or facing any problem? If they do, you are not alone facing that, mama. We all experience that at some point in our motherhood life. Children under age 3 have not enough words and talking skills, but they are the most expressive ones. They are so intelligent that they can figure out how to get attention from you. One of the ways to get your full attention is, guess what? Shouting. Yes, they shout when they are tired or need something, or bothered by siblings, or hungry, or sleepy. They shout on almost anything. Because that is what they know works for them. You react right away upon shouts, don't you? You want to stop them, but they always win by getting your attention. You want to help them in anything. Well, you're a mom who loves to care. But getting that noisy shout makes you mad, even before getting into the real problem. It seems nothing worked when it comes to making them stop. Well, I have good news for you. I can help you in making your child less aggressive and talk before getting into the shout phase. Yeah, let's call it a shout phase. Let me tell you some experiments I did before getting the results. And let me tell you, I failed many times before getting success. Before starting with my experiments, please like and subscribe to this channel if you think you can relate to this exciting video. That would encourage me to do more educational stuff like this. Okay, back to experiments. Experiment number 1. I tried to stop my child from shouting by shouting. Yes, I thought he would not like my shout and realized that it's not the right way to get me. But after trying this silly idea, I started noticing that my child still shouts, but then gets scared of making me angry. Though my reason for shouting was to make him feel how bad and noisy it is. But upon sensing that he's not big enough to think like me, I stopped. I realized it was a bad idea, and my experiment failed. Experiment number 2. I used the world's famous punishment, that is timeout. Yeah, I thought that would work, as many people around told me that this is the right way to make my child understand not to scream. And I did try that 2 to 3 times, and the results were shocking. My baby started promising not to shout again every time he gets a timeout. Did you listen to that? Every time after his timeout. He doesn't understand why he's getting the timeout in the first place. No matter how hard I tried to make him know that, I failed again. Experiment number 3. I started ignoring it when my child shouted every time. After the first attempt of shouting, he stopped and looked at me, then tried to shout even louder to get noticed. I thought it worked and expected that he would get the idea this time. But just on the second try of ignorance, I failed again. My child was not getting the right message. He felt like I was not even taking care of his problems by ignoring him. But the shout phase was still there. The only difference was that he tries to find someone else to notice and listen to him, which was alarming. I do care for him from my heart. That leads me to experiment number 4. I tried finding the reasons for his shout. They were almost similar I shared at the beginning of this video. Upon his shouting, I wanted to ask him as quickly as possible why he was shouting and try to figure out the reason. That was a significant milestone for me. As I noticed the third time I tried, he started saying yes or no on my riddle solving questions. But he still didn't stop shouting. The only difference I get this time was, he waits for me to ask why he screamed. As I realized that I'm coming near to a solution, I tried adding more things. I wanted him to tell me if he needs help before screaming about it. So this time what I did, I came near and hugged him first. He stopped right away. I asked if he needs any help. I hear you shouting. What happened? Yeah, this time I realized no more riddles. Ask him the reason first. And oh my god, he started like he's saying, "Oh mama, that's it. I want you to hear me." I kept repeating that for at least 4 days. And on the fifth day, I got the most needed thing. My son came and hugged me and started talking about why he's upset before getting into the shout phase. And the funniest thing he said, "I want to shout, mama." I felt on top of this world by telling him there is no need to scream this time. I realized one thing after all these experiments. Don't be so hard on yourself and your child. We both need love and affection. But we moms are the ones who keeps trying to make our child perfect. But by keeping things fast, give your children the right pace they deserve. And they will do wonders. I bet you on that. Thank you for listening. I hope you get some valuable information and get good results from this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye, mommies.